you guys all prioritizing your mobility today. And for today's routine, we'll do our 45 minutes of our yoga flow, 15-minute Reiki-infused sound bath healing. If any movements don't feel great, you can always modify, but today it's always a gentle practice. And the last thing we do before we start every class is we set an intention. I'll kind of set one for the group, and then you can each kind of pick a word that you want to leave feeling class today to kind of come back to. And this series that we've been doing this week has been all about the chakra system. So if you're not familiar, the chakras are energy centers that run through the body. And today we are doing the heart chakra, which is pretty straightforward, all about love. So that is the intention that I'm bringing to class today. Self-love, love for people in our lives, and just having a very heart-centered day. So we'll start with Morgan. Just a one word, how you want to feel today.
Hi Morgan, and I would like to feel mental clarity.
Perfect, I love it. We'll hone in on that.
Emma, I'll say strength.
Strength, clarity, okay.
Lizzie, and grounded.
Grounded, perfect. We'll go over here.
Megan, peaceful.
Peaceful, you're in the perfect place. And Brandon,
stay like centered.
I love it. Well, thank you all for being here, and let's get started. We'll start flat on our back as we usually do, and we've got a nice 45 minutes of movement to start. So actually, to begin here, placing both hands on your heart, just getting centered and grounded as we begin the breath. Breathing in, filling your chest, and exhale, sigh out. Another breath in, feeling that heartbeat, feel the chest rise. And exhale, feel the ribs sink down. Another breath in, breathing in that self-love. And exhale, letting go. Placing your hands flat on the floor. Feet hip distance, some slow windshield wipers with the knees side to side. And really use this hour to decompress from your day, letting go of everything that may have happened. Just letting each knee fall side to side. Being centered in your body. Last one here. Let's take our left ankle outside of our right knee and then pull the right knee towards the floor. 20-second hold here. Nice long spine. Exhale. Breathing into that lower right side of the belly. Letting yourself just melt into the floor. Finding that presence with your breath. Letting go of that right knee, switching to the left side, across the right ankle over the left knee. Exhale, pull the left knee to the floor and hold. And just noticing your body, your mind. Letting go of everything outside of these four walls for this hour. Go of the left knee, centering the hips, and let's start with our right leg up towards the ceiling. Flex your right heel, grab your right calf, and keeping your hamstrings stationary, start to make some ankle circles with that right leg. You might have a couple of cracks. And then reversing directions, some ankle circles the other way. Stretching out that hamstring as well. Last circle here. Let's take our right heel, bring your heel to your right glute, and then exhale, pull the knee to your chest. Inhale, slightly release the knee. Exhale, pull the knee to the center of your chest. Inhale, relax. Last one, exhale, pull the knee to the center, hold for 10 seconds. Taking your right ankle over your left thigh, supine figure 4. Lift your left foot off the ground and then grab for your left hamstring and then actively drive the right knee away from you, pressing the right ankle into that thigh and stretching out that right hip. Make sure we are continuing to breathe, trying to drive the right knee away as we pull that shin closer to our chest. Just gently loosening up the hips here. Grabbing the left foot with your hand and the right hand outside your knee. Extend your left leg straight, supine pigeon pose, and then slightly saw your legs side to side, pulling the heel to the wall and the knee to the wall, flossing out that right hip. Being careful with that knee, but just gently exploring that hip with some slow motion here. The further we pull that foot and drive that knee, you'll feel different angles of that glute, breathing through it. Last one, final one on this side. Bend the right knee. Exhale, supine twist, pulling that right knee to the left side of our body. And just a hold today for 20 seconds. Might feel a little crack through that lower back. Pulling the knee to the floor, opening the right side of the chest to the ceiling. One more breath here. Unraveling from that side, placing both feet flat on the floor to center our body and tuck your hips. And then let's repeat all of those on the left leg. Left leg comes up to the ceiling, grab your left calf. Making some ankle circles with the left side, trying to keep that tailbone glued to the ground. And reversing directions with those ankle circles. We'll hit some full body gentle stretches today. Get last circle there. Let's take our left heel and bring your left heel to your glutes. 3 of those knee hugs, syncing with the breath. Exhale, pull the knee to the center of your chest. Inhale, gently ease off the stretch. Exhale, left knee comes to the chest. Inhale, relax. And last one, exhale, pull that knee all the way close, 10-second hold, stretching out that hip flexor. Let's take the left ankle and cross it over the left thigh, or right thigh here. Picking your right foot off the ground, supine figure 4 on the right side, grabbing behind that leg, and then actively trying to press the left knee away, 30-second holds. And just noticing one side might be a little tighter than the other. Just sending that hip a little extra love, a little extra attention. Take one more breath in this figure 4. Grabbing for the edge of the foot and the edge of the knee. Extend the right leg straight, supine pigeon. And that gentle flossing of the leg side to side, just exploring that hip. The more we pull our foot across the body and drive the knee, you might feel some different parts of your glutes stretching. Staying with the breath. bringing that leg to a bend knee. Final one here, exhale, supine twist. Pull that left knee to the floor and then looking over that left shoulder, 20 seconds to hold. Just letting that body expand and open up, open the chest, twisting the spine. And last breath here. Letting go of that side. Centering ourselves once again. We'll get 2 more stretches on our back here. Grabbing for the edges of your feet, happy baby. Grabbing the edges, tailbone stays on the ground. And try to get your knees to 90 degrees. 20-second hold here. Finding length through the spine, breathing into that lower belly. Trying to soften through your face. And then same position, grab the inside edges of the feet and extend the legs as straight as you can. Supine straddle. Stretching out those hips, you might get a little hip pop there. And just 20 seconds, trying to pull those toes close to the floor. Using the hands to bring the legs back together. Hands come to your knees, bring your forehead towards your knees, and then about 5 or so rocks up and down the spine. And just starting to see how that body is feeling just a few minutes into our practice. We'll make our way into a seated cross-shin position here. Now getting into our spine and our shoulders. Nice tall spine, hand comes outside of the leg, spinal twist. Exhale, look over that back shoulder, 10-second hold. As we come through the center, inhale and switching to the other side. And exhale, twist, 10-second hold. Get 1 more each side here. Inhale through the center, tall spine. Exhale, use the arm for leverage. Look over that back shoulder. And last one to the other side, tall spine, inhale. Exhale, twist, wring out that spine like a towel. Coming back to the center here. Hands come long outside the hips, stretching the fingertips long, bringing the chin down to the chest. We're gonna take 3 slow neck circles each way, moving at just the neck. So tilting your ear to the right side, making sure to breathe, lift the chin to the ceiling, tilt the ear to the left side, and then rolling that chin against your chest. 2 more here, keep reaching the fingertips long, and trying to keep your shoulders as still as possible, just moving specifically at the neck. 1 more circle here to the right. Breathing in as you stretch that neck long to the side. Chin finishes on the chest. We'll take 1 breath to reset here. And then exhale, tilt the ear to the left, 3 circles the other way. Checking in with your spine and shoulders. Everything else staying super still. 2 more slow circles. Keep reaching the middle fingers away. Imagine rolling off any stress from your shoulders. And 1 last circle. Breathing into any tight areas. Last one, chin comes to the chest. Gently coming up to the top. Extending the legs straight out in front with our feet flexed. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, forward fold, grabbing from the bottoms of your feet and then actively pulling your toes towards your shins for a little extra calf stretch. 30-second holds here. The more we pull those shins, the toes towards the shins, you'll feel those calves stretching out. And then the last breath there. Rolling back up to the top. Just one more in this seated position. Legs come out to the side. We'll get 2 stretches here. First, we'll get our pancake, so reaching forward down onto the elbows or all the way as flat as you can, reaching the arms in front. Just a 30-second hold, stretching out those hips, inner thighs. And see if you can soften through the upper body. Letting gravity pull you closer to the ground with each exhale. And then coming back up to the top here, staying in this position, a little bit tricky. We're gonna get a couple side bends each way. We'll get 2 each direction. I would say to kind of mirror me. So reach across the body, exhale, side bend, 10-second hold, stretching out that whole side of the back. And then using your obliques to pull yourself to the top. Inhale through the center, exhale, side bend, reach. Keep both glutes glued to the ground. You'll feel that stretch all the way down that lengthened side. 1 more each side. Use the obliques to pull yourself up. And exhale, melt. Reach the arm all the way up to the ear. Stretching out that low back, that side body. And the last one, pulling ourselves through the middle. Exhale, reach, get the arm all the way straight if we can. Softening, letting that ear drop towards the leg. And coming up to the center, we'll swing our legs around into our tabletop position. Nice job on those side bends. And we'll get into our first cat-cow. Starting with an exhale, rounding up to the top, pressing through the shoulders, draw the belly button in. And then inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your heart. Exhale to round, pressing the shoulder blades tall, tuck the hips. Inhale, arch, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Last one, exhale, round. Pull your hands away from each other, press the shoulders tall. And inhale, arch. Sweeping, coming back to neutral. Sweeping the right arm underneath yourself, thread the needle. 30-second hold here. Trying to open the right shoulder, opening through the chest. Trying to rotate your left side of your chest towards the ceiling, opening that heart even more. And inhale as we slide back through the middle. And exhale, melt, reach that left shoulder to the floor, opening up the left side of that back. Rotate the right side of your chest towards the ceiling and then melt into the floor, letting go. One more breath here. Returning back through the center. And then one more for our upper body, inching forward into our puppy dog and letting that chest drop towards the floor. Chin or forehead can be down on the ground. And 30 seconds, opening up that chest, opening up the shoulders. Trying to let gravity do the work here. We'll get one more breath. Bringing our hands back underneath us and then pressing up and back into our first downward facing dog. Spend about 20 seconds just pedaling out those heels, lifting your tailbone, letting your chest drop towards the thighs. Just feel where your feet and your hands connect with the ground. And then let's tippy toe our feet up towards our hands, toes slightly in, fingertips come underneath the toes. Little spinal decompression here. Tuck your chin and then think about pulling up to the top, holding here for 10 seconds, feeling that decompression of the spine. Letting go of those hands, and then interlacing your hands behind your back. Last one in this position. Forward fold, reaching your knuckles forward. Little extra shoulder stretch, 20-second hold here. Feel those shoulder blades opening up. Lift your tailbone towards the sky. Letting go of the fingertips. Toes are slightly in. We're going to roll up one single vertebrae at a time. Taking our time like a string is pulling us up towards the ceiling. Head is going to finish last. Actively pulling our fingertips towards the floor. Inhale, reaching up towards the ceiling, grabbing for one wrist. Exhale, side bend to one direction. Hold for about 5 seconds. Inhale through the center. Exhale, side bend the other direction. Hold for 5 seconds. Inhale back to the center. Last one, back bend, cactus the arms. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, flat back, bow forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, inchworm all the way forwards into a high plank. Lowering down to a push-up, and then up to our upward facing dog. Sit the hips back, child's pose, 20-second reset. Letting those hips rest heavy, opening that heart towards the floor. Just remembering that intention you set at the beginning of class. Calling that back into your body and back into your heart. And we'll come back to our tabletop position. And we'll repeat that for one more round through, starting again with our cat-cow. So starting again with an exhale, round to the top, press the shoulder blades tall. Inhale to arch, lift the tailbone, lift the heart. Exhale, round, push those shoulder blades even taller to the top. Inhale, arch, drop the belly. One more here, tallest one of the day. Big exhale, press the shoulder blades tall. Inhale, arch. Coming back to that neutral spine, reach the right arm underneath and through, thread the needle, drop the shoulder, melt into the floor. Just notice your body this second round through. Are you feeling more grounded, more clarity, more presence? And continue to breathe that into the body. back through the middle. Inhale through your tabletop. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Melting into the floor, trying to rotate that chest towards the ceiling and breathing into that left shoulder blade. Allow yourself to melt into the floor. Coming back through the center and then inching forward again into our puppy dog. Maybe try to inch 1 inch further forward, really opening the chest and shoulders. 30 seconds here. And again, just noticing, do we feel a little bit more opened up this second round through? Sending love to our body. One more breath here. Beautiful work, everyone. Back through that tabletop, pressing up into our second downward facing dog. Pedaling out those heels, really stretching out those calves. Try to drop your chest towards the thighs. Maybe press your heel a little bit deeper into the earth. And tippy-toeing up towards the hands, toes facing in, little spinal decompression. Fingertips underneath the toes, tuck your chin, 10-second hold, rounding up towards the top. Sending your breath to that upper back. And letting go of the fingertips. And then straightening out your legs, interlace your fingertips behind your back. Exhale, forward fold, reach your knuckles towards the floor, 20-second hold. And imagine all of the thoughts just emptying out through the top of your head. Letting go with each breath. Releasing the fingertips. Soft bend in the knees. One last time, rolling up to the top, one vertebrae at a time, like a string is pulling us up towards the ceiling. Hands finish by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Grabbing for one wrist, exhale, side bend, pull that side, hold. Inhale through the center. Exhale, side bend, hold. Inhale through the center. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward, honoring yourself for showing up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, inching down to a high plank. Lowering down to our push-up, to upward facing dog, and sit the hips back, child's pose, brief reset before we get into our hip circuit. Just noticing your body, how you're feeling 30 minutes into our practice. Opening your heart. Taking one more breath. Exhale, letting go. Coming back to that tabletop. We're gonna get into a couple hip sequences on each side for our next 10-15 minutes or so. We'll press up and back again into our downward facing dog. This time lifting the right leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, opening your right hip, tracing 3 big circles with that side. Take your time just exploring how those hips are feeling. And reverse directions. Great job staying with the breath. Take up space. Last circle, come back to the three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Hold for a moment. Inhale, press up and back through the floor, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Hold for a moment. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Last one here. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Hold. From here, step the right foot all the way through, keeping the left leg straight. 20-second hold, lengthening through the crown of the head, squeezing that left quad. A little bit of fire there. And dropping that left knee to the floor. Hands come inside of the right foot, and if you can, dropping down to the elbows, 30-second hold, letting that right knee slightly open to the side. Feeling this through the right glute and the left hip flexor. 15 more seconds to hold. Hands come back up onto the hands. Sit the hip back into our half split. 3 forward folds here. Nice flat back. Exhale, melt over that right leg. Inhale, lift the top of the head. Exhale, reach that chest forwards. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, melt forward. Sending the hip forward once again. Hands come inside of the right leg. Pivot and then send yourself into the bottom of a low right side lunge. And then using your hands for support, 30 seconds side to side. Exploring that lunge. Using your hands for as much support as you need. Trying to keep the supporting heel flat on the floor if you can. Take your time, maybe holding the end of each. You might feel a couple hip pops. That always feels nice. Staying with the breath. And we'll get the last one here, coming to the front of the mat. Pivot again so that your hand is outside, or actually inside of your right foot. We'll get world's greatest stretch with that back leg straight. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, drop the right elbow. Exhale, open twist. Inhale, drop the right elbow. Last one, exhale, open twist. A little bit of a tricky one here. Turn onto the edge of your left foot, drop your hip, and reach towards that back foot. 20-second hold, stretching through that left hip. Breathing through it, feeling that left side lengthen. Slowly pivoting back, dropping that left knee. Send your hip back once again. We'll get one more round of our half split. This time, chest stays still, and then rotate your right foot in and out, just exploring that hip here. Rotating that leg. We'll get last one there, and then final one on this side. You're going to send your left knee forward to land in our half saddle. 3 options. Tall saddle, we want to feel our quad and our hip flexor, not our kneecap. Option 1, tall. Option 2, on the elbow. Option 3, all the way down. And we're actually going to spend a full minute here opening up this left hip. And if you're all the way down to the floor, I encourage you to open your palms to the ceiling, heart to the ceiling. Just let your body melt into the ground, a little reset after a lot of hip movement there. And again, if you feel your kneecap, you're going to want to ease out of the stretch to a higher position. Once you find that optimal angle for your body, open your chest, open your hip, let yourself surrender into the floor. Just notice if anything's coming up through your body, release it through the breath. Only let go. Almost there. We just have that hip sequence on the left side. We are almost through with our movement. Using your hands for support, gently press yourself back up to the top. Tricky transition. Coming up to the top, send the right foot back, step the left foot back into a high plank, lower down to the push-up, upward facing dog, flip the toes, downward facing dog. We'll take about 1 or 2 breaths, and then we will repeat that on the left leg. So here we go, left leg comes to the sky, you're almost there. Bend the left knee, open the left hip, tracing 3 big circles backwards, exploring that range. Reversing directions, 3 circles the other way. Last one, come back to that 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes towards the center, hold for a moment. Inhale, press up and back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, hold. Inhale, press up and back. Last one, left knee comes to right elbow, hold. Step the left foot through, hold in here for about 20 seconds, squeezing through that right quad. Feeling that length through the spine, power through the body. And then dropping that right knee to the ground, hands inside the foot. If you can, drop down to the elbows, 30 seconds, letting that left knee fall off to the side. Releasing any tension from the body here. Beautiful work. Hands come back inside the foot. Exhale, send the hip back. 3 forward folds here. Tall chest, exhale, melt over that left leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reach up. Last one, exhale, melt forward. Beautiful, hands come inside the left leg. Coming back to that low lunge, 30 seconds to explore side to side. Going at whatever pace your body is needing. Stretching out those hips. Using your hands for as much or as little support as you need. Flowing through that movement, moving that energy through your body, out through the breath. We'll get last one here. Swinging back into our world's greatest stretch with our right quad straight. Exhale, open the chest towards the leg. Inhale, drop the left elbow. Exhale, open reach. Inhale, drop the elbow. Beautiful work. Last one. Exhale, open reach. A little bit of a challenging one here. Come onto the edge of the right foot, dropping the right hip, and then reach the hand towards the back wall. 20-second hold, stretching through that right side body. Sweeping that hand back up and around. Drop the knee, send the hip back into our half split once again. This time, windshield wiper the heel in and out, just exploring that hip. Last one here. And then a little bit of a tricky transition, but slide that right knee through, landing in our saddle. And then same exact instructions as the other side. Find the optimal angle for your body, and we have a 1 minute hold, surrender. We're in the home stretch of our movement. Opening your heart here towards the ceiling. And sending yourself that self-love just for showing up for you today. Knowing that that is enough. Taking those long, slow exhales. 30 more seconds here. Seeing how much you can surrender. Starting to let yourself melt into the ground. Opening that heart. Last breath here. Using your hands for support, safely come out of that position. And then step your left leg back, right leg back. Final push up into our upward facing dog. And sit the hips back, child's pose. Final pose today before we transition. And as you breathe here, just letting that heart start to open towards the floor. Letting this whole routine settle into your body. Remembering that intention of why you chose to show up today. And with one last exhale, let go. And whenever you feel complete, you will simply roll over to your back with your heads facing the top of the room, heads facing the bowls, palms facing up to receive Shavasana. Letting your body melt into the ground, grabbing any water if you need it. And if this is your first sound bath healing, just know that there is nothing you need to do. If thoughts arise, that is perfectly okay. And simply being open to receiving is all you need to do. We will transition and go for about the next 15 minutes here. So just stay really present with your body, present with your breath, and really allowing these 15 minutes to be a space where you receive and rest your mind, opening your heart. And our intention for our Reiki infused sound bath healing is going to be all around the heart chakra and simply allowing ourselves to receive this love that you are so worthy of. And with that, we will begin. that you are so worthy of receiving exactly as you are. love and kindness